I was at an art museum the other day, walking around with my camera, taking photos occasionally, when I realized how I was being stalked by the museum guards. I say guards because I don't know what else to call them. It's the veritable army of people who walk around a museum and enforce the rules. I guess they're probably just called guards. As I made my way through one of the galleries, and I noticed the swarms of these guards following me and peeking around corners at me, I really started paying attention to what was going on. And okay, saying swarms is probably an exaggeration, but there were up to 5 of them whispering to each other and following me. And I'm not exaggerating about the corner peeking. Seriously, at one point, I'm looking at a painting which was on a corner, and I got startled when a guard all but jumped out from around the corner at me, like he was going to catch me doing something that I shouldn't be doing. Aha! I started feeling like a criminal. I know I shouldn't care what they're doing. I know that it was almost certainly because I had a camera and I was using it. I do know the rules and I follow them, so it's not like I'm going to get hauled out of the place in handcuffs or something. Regardless, to feel like you're being watched the whole time is unpleasant. For me, it was unnecessary and interrupted my experience. It made me think of an article I read recently in Art News magazine. I put the link to it in the description of this video. It was about this very issue, photography in museums. This article recaps some things that many of us already know. Museums often cite copyright issues as the reason for limiting photography. Basically, the owner of the artwork, be it the artist or someone else, doesn't want to take a chance that anyone else would make money off of the art by reproducing the images in some way. That sounds kind of harsh, but it really is the bottom line. All that being said, I do understand any works that you see in a museum most likely are protected by copyright, which means that you can't use reproductions of them for commercial purposes. However, copyrights don't cover personal use, and it's that unknown purpose of the photo-taking museum goers that museums say is the reason for limiting photography. I think any of us that create art understand not wanting others to take our work and profit from it. I mean, I get asked about copywriting photographs at least a few times a month. Copywriting, in short, is, in the US, if you take the picture, you hold the copyright, unless other terms or licensing are specified, such as Creative Commons licensing. However, it appears that maybe museums are loosening the restrictions. The article that I read brings up how it's really difficult to police no photography policies because almost everyone has a camera on their phone. The guards at museums have to watch everyone for possible photo taking, not just the people like me with a DSLR around their neck. And I think that they're realizing that that isn't necessarily a good use of their guards. Like, maybe they should be watching out for other things, like the potential that someone could deface some of the art or steal it. And then, to add to that, today's culture of sharing. We're all posting stuff online all the time, including some of the museums. Anyway, I thought it was an interesting topic, one that I run into on a regular basis. I try to visit museums everywhere I go, and I'm always so disappointed when there are areas of a museum that I can't take photos in. Not only do I like to share those experiences with you guys, I love to go back through and look at those photos later. And you know what? Often it's photos that I see that other people have taken of an event or an experience that motivate me to go see it for myself.